Paul, how's it going? Well, as you can see behind me, the streets and the sidewalks are pretty much dry, so round one of snow is gone from the streets and sidewalks. But of course, I'm a meteorologist, so I'm going to find the pile of snow. So we do have some piles of snow kind of in isolated spots along the streets and sidewalks. But again, most of the roads are dry. Now, the wind has been whipping around here. And as we've taken a look at some of these flags, they are really flapping around in the breeze. Temperatures getting pretty chilly, especially when you factor in the wind chill. And we've seen kind of all types of weather over the past 10 minutes. We've seen the sun, some darker clouds, and the occasional snow flurry. But we know that round two of snow will likely be more significant overnight into tomorrow. Earlier today, here's what we filmed in Flagstaff, where the snow was really coming down, several inches of snow piling up. And again, that's round one of the snow. We're in a little bit of a lull right now. And then round two looks to be a little more significant. So I have a feeling, as we're back here live now in Flagstaff, that these streets and these sidewalks by tomorrow morning will be covered by some snow. And obviously NAU's spring break starts tomorrow or starts Saturday. So people probably traveling back from here in Flagstaff, maybe to the valley tomorrow. So maybe some tricky travel around here tomorrow as people try to negotiate these snowy and slick roads. We'll now send it back to you.
Yeah, windy roads up there. Pete, be careful. Thank you. We are taking a look at some of the videos sent into us by our viewers. The first one was sent by Gail Pendergraft, showing the snow gently falling. Oh, isn't that pretty? Yes. On our backyard in Williams.
That doesn't even look like here. All right, some snow also fell this morning in eastern Arizona. This was sent to us by Sharon Morgenstern. Thank you, Sharon. Winter weather falling on her property. This is in Vernon, about 20 miles east of Show Low. And with all of this, we have declared a first alert day tomorrow. Remember, you can download the free AZ Family Weather app right to your phone. You can do it right now to stay one step ahead of the storms and get your push alerts sent straight to your phone. All right, just